But listen,
Respectfully, Your Honor,
Ms. Pugh, don't
when
speak
my
over me.
corporation
Ms.
was
Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen, Ms. Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me.
where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
You can go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself if you don't like.
Asterisk asterisk, alright guys. Today we've got a no-nonsense judge facing off with a full-blown sovereign citizen disaster. This genius walks in holding a crumpled little piece of paper, you know, the usual sovereign citizen magic script. Like she really thought she'd drop some legal bombshells and stroll out free. Spoiler, she didn't. Honestly, I'm shocked she could even read the thing. This one's pure courtroom chaos. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is this the dumbest defense move you've seen yet? Let's roll the clip and see how this train wreck unfolds. Good morning, are you Janetta Pugh? Asterisk asterisk.
Good morning. Are you Janetta Pugh?
I am the beneficiary of that estate.
You're the what?
I am the beneficiary of that estate.
You're the beneficiary of what estate? Answer my questions, please, ma'am. I'm just trying to understand.
Beneficiary of that estate.
Okay.
For the record, I recognize Ms. Pugh. She's been here before.
I do as well, for the record.
And I looked into Mr. Christopher Wiley. I can't find that person as a practicing lawyer in the state bar page, and I have not been contacted by anybody on Ms. Pugh's behalf.
All right. So, Ms. Pugh, Mr. Lewis has been appointed to represent you at this point. Obviously, you know as well as anyone that you're in custody and we want to get your case taken care of. If you've hired or your family has hired another lawyer, then they have to contact the court so that we can do something with your case. And do you know if they've hired someone?
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree with your appointed foreign agents, considering that the first duty is to the state and will be considered conflict of interest. Your Honor.
Okay, so if you don't want, the only thing I can do, I'm appointing an attorney to you to help you, right? So if you don't want a court-appointed attorney, then your only option, two things. One is to represent yourself or to hire a lawyer. So if you don't like the way it works, then you do something different. So are you, listen to what I'm saying. Are you either going to represent yourself, or are you going to let Mr. Lewis represent you, or are you going to hire someone?
Objection, Your Honor. Respectfully, is this a court of record?
It is a court of record. So your objection's overruled.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
It's right here. It's called an indictment. And Mr. Lewis has a copy of it, and he can show it to you. So that would be the verified claim against you.
Okay. Your Honor, respectfully, Your Honor, there were writs that was filed to the case that still haven't been received.
I've received your petition for writ of habeas corpus, and it's denied.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, I demand to be released due to lack of evidence of stated claim and not being given the proper opportunity to obtain proper counsel, defective defense.
It's overruled.
Okay.
You're running out, aren't you?
No, it's fine.
No! You are absolutely making a fool of yourself right now. And honestly, it's kind of entertaining. I'm loving this judge's vibe though. Just sitting there, calm as ever, waiting for this sovereign citizen nonsense to burn itself out. It's hilarious. These people really think they've cracked some secret legal cheat code, like saying I don't consent is going to make the charges disappear. Spoiler alert, that's not how jurisdiction works. The courts have ruled on this countless times. And seriously, I'm shocked this sovereign citizen even managed to read that little script. Not something you see every day in this crowd. But real talk. How did she even get here? What was the plan? She honestly seems polite, saying your honor and everything, but she's so clearly lost, just grabbing at straws trying to make this script work. What do you guys think? Like, How far down the rabbit hole do you have to be to actually do this in court, out loud, in real life? Anyway, this train wreck isn't over yet. Let's get back to it.
So here's the thing, Miss Pugh. I appreciate your position, but listen,
Respectfully, Your Honor,
Miss Pugh,
with
don't
my
speak over me.
incarceration, respectfully, Your Honor, with my incarceration being
Miss
so-
Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen to me. Everything you have there is overruled. And here's one of the reasons why is because you have a lawyer and your lawyer will file the appropriate motion. You're interrupting me again, which is disrespectful. So I'm going to leave Mr. Lewis as your attorney unless you choose to represent yourself or hire someone else. I'm going to give you 2 weeks to determine what you're going to do. You can go back. You can go back with the bailiff.
I do not agree or comply to your appointed
Go back.
agents.
You already said that, and that's overruled.
Duty is to the state.
Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. But hold on, because this mess isn't over yet. Believe it or not, this sovereign citizen actually comes back for a second round. And don't worry, I've got that hearing too. Honestly, at this point the judge deserves a medal for patience, because trying to reason with a sovereign citizen is like arguing with a brick wall. Except the brick wall thinks it knows constitutional law. Props to the judge though, she's staying calm, trying to make sense of all this nonsense, and I'm here for it. She's being snappy when needed but still surprisingly patient, which I guess is fair. But what do you guys think of the judge so far? Personally, I think she's handling this circus way better than most would. Anyway, let's dive into the next hearing and see if this disaster somehow gets even worse. Let's roll.
So, Miss Pugh, Mr. Jeffries has been appointed to represent you. He's trying to get caught up real quickly on all the information and the discovery in your case. I'm going to reset your case so that he can get all of that. Once he gets it, he'll be out there to go over it with you, and we'll see if we can get an announcement at the next court date.
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree to comply with any of the appointed court agents, considering that their first duty is to the state.
I understand. We've had this conversation before.
Confidential. And for your record, I'll be representing myself.
So if you want to represent yourself, there's some things. Ms. Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me. If you want to represent yourself, then there is a process that we have to go through, and we'll do that today if that's what you want to do. We'll get your case set for trial and we'll go forward that way. It is highly inadvisable for you to represent yourself. Lawyers have many, many years of training. They understand the law. They understand how a trial works, because here's what happens. When you're in a trial and you represent yourself, you're expected to know and follow all of the rules of evidence, all the rules of procedure. And so you're really at a disadvantage if you don't know those things. And so you have to do everything just like the assistant district attorney would. And if you don't, you're going to be in front of a jury and it's going to show, and it's just not going to be, it usually does not work out in your benefit. But I have to go through with you some questions first before we do that. And then if you still want to do that, then there's a couple of things couple of options, and we'll go over those as well. Okay. So I am supposed to ask you, I'm going to go through these questions. I need you to answer them if you want to represent yourself, because this is required. All right. So have you ever studied the law? Okay. Have you ever represented yourself before in any kind of criminal matter? Okay. Do you understand the charges against you?
I know been accused of.
Okay. And so do you know, and we've gone over before, I think, what the range of punishment is if you're found guilty on a jury? Do you know what that is? Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me pull you up here. We'll go over that again as well. The date of that allegations from June 22nd of 2021. And what that means is if you're found guilty, that the range of punishment that the jury could give you is between 2 years as a minimum punishment up to 10 years in prison, anywhere in between. Do you understand? And you answer out loud just for the record.
Do I understand? No, I don't understand.
What do you not understand about that?
I swear on everything, I literally knew she was about to say that. These sovereign citizens have officially invaded my brain, and I'm honestly losing brain cells breaking down their nonsense every single day. Like seriously, they're just so insufferable, so clueless, it's painful to watch. And yeah, I get it, maybe some of these people have real mental struggles going on, but come on, they're also wasting court time, public resources, law enforcement energy, all on this nonsense. It's a real problem. And you know what's funny? I'm shocked she didn't bring her little sovereign script this time, the one she had in the first hearing. Maybe that stay under county jurisdiction gave her time to memorize the whole thing. But either way, if she actually tries to represent herself here, she's probably staring at 8 to 10 years. Let's dive back in and see if she really thinks she can pull this off, because if she does, it's not going to end well.
I don't understand, Your Honor.
So here's the thing. If you want to represent yourself, by law, you have to be able to understand these things. Otherwise, I've got to appoint an attorney for you. So you can't just say, I want to represent myself because I don't like the attorney or I don't like the process. This is the process that you're in. You live in Texas, you live in the United States. This is the law that applies to your case. So what do you not understand about the range of punishment if you're found guilty? And I'd be glad to explain it.
I don't understand because I haven't been anything wrong.
That's what a jury's for, right? And so if you say you're not guilty, then you go in front of a jury and they determine after they listen to the evidence if you're guilty or not. That doesn't have anything to do with if they find you guilty, you understanding that they could send you to prison for between 2 years and up to 10 years. Do you understand that part? What are you, yes or no? No, you don't understand that. So, Ms. Pugh, it's my understanding, I'm not going to allow you to represent yourself because you don't understand the law and the process. So we're on question number 4 out of 15 that I'm supposed to ask you. So Mr. Jeffries is going to stay on your case.
I don't know when Mr. Jeffries on my
I don't care what you want at this point. You can't do it. All right, you can go back with the bailiff. I'm done. Go back with the bailiff.
It's not on my case.
Go back with the bailiff.
It's not on my case.
Welcome to the criminal appointment list.
Yeah, fine, Judge.
This was not meant to be any kind of punishment, I promise. So Mr. Jeffries, get ready like you would.
Asterisk, honestly, I think this judge handled it like a total pro, a 10 out of 10 job. Let me know if I'm wrong, but she really did everything she could to give this sovereign citizen a fair shot before finally yanking her out of the courtroom. The patience she showed was unreal. Like I would have snapped in the first 10 minutes, but the judge kept it calm and cool the whole way through. But man, it's also kinda sad watching people crash and burn like this. You could tell the judge really tried to give her chances, to let her explain herself, but we all knew how this would end. Also, my bad, guys. I'm so sorry if any of you lost brain cells watching this, I feel you. These sovereign citizens trying to make sense of the law is pure cringe and pure comedy at the same time. Watching them squirm in front of the judge is like watching someone try to dance out of a corner with no rhythm. You can see the gears turning in her head, struggling so hard to come up with some BS answer to every question, and failing miserably. But what did you guys think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. How do you think the judge handled this circus? And if you enjoyed this breakdown, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. I'm posting these every single day. Thanks for watching, you legends. See you in the next one. Asterisk.